Okay, so I talk about heads a lot and their influence on the human frame because I see the internals every day in clinic. So I thought that today's bite we'd actually see a few internals. So head is here, this is the side view, head is up here. And we have a forward head carriage, it says, of 88 millimeters. Well, if we just look at the trajectory, it's slightly forward, but actually the pelvis is more forward. We note T8 is the apex of the ribcage curve. So at the moment, because the trajectory of the neck is actually fairly nice, we could consider that to be a normal weighted head, which is roughly about 4.5, maybe 5 kilos. In motion, however, the same body, now the forward head carriage hits 130 millimeters, and the trajectory we can see, well, that's more than 30 degrees, I'd say. 30 degrees would be an equivalent head of about 18 kilos. 45 degrees, it's been measured at 22 kilos, the effective weight of that head that has been supported by the body below. And the reason I wanted to do this video today is because it's topical. So I always look at this and think, well, it's a little bit like a Christmas tree decoration that's a bit heavy for its branch. It's pulled the spine over to the extent that any curve in the lumbar spine is lost. It's pushed the pelvis backwards underneath the apex of the ribcage curve. But now the apex, instead of being T8, which is a nice breathing position, it's now entering the lowest floating ribs down at T10. This is another example, and this is a forward head carriage. This is static of 123 mils, so we can see that that trajectory is pretty much 45 degrees. So just standing still, this head is effectively something over 20 kilos, with the apex of the ribcage curve right down in T11 floating rib. And what else can the body do but just hang on to this head that now has a trajectory of probably something in the order of 60 degrees, which is a force of 27 odd kilos on the C-spine, apex of the ribcage curve still down at T11. This is not unusual, and all of these back muscles having to do all of the work, never mind toes, knees, calves, Achilles, soles of feet. It's all in action here, just hanging onto the head that's disappeared over, and you can see how far it's pulling apart the upper T-spine bones.